Okay, can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very well. Well, as you know, we are listed already on a few exchanges, but we have some upcoming exchanges as well. Either one of them is Nova Exchange, which we are expecting this month, or I mean during March, to get back live active. And the second one is an exchange Next, where they announced, based on their statement, that between 6th to 10th of March, we will be listed on their exchange, and it will be ready for trading. But I don't know if that will they will open it to public. They may open it at first to their token holders, and during April they may release it for the public use. Beside that, Cryptopia, I'm going a little bit faster, not to take too much time from you. Cryptopia, we applied during 5th of January, but until today we could not get listed. The reason is behind that they had several difficulties with their systems, technical systems and infrastructure. And they sent us an email around 10 days ago through a dedicated account manager, account person who will be in charge of our project. And they mentioned that based on these difficulties within Cryptopia, they formed several teams. And from now on, coin projects will get faster responses. So today we also sent them once again to this account manager. We have now direct account manager contact at Cryptopia. So we asked the progress. I expect to get a reply either this week, maybe tomorrow, or beginning of next week. So we will inform you about the status later on. Meanwhile, we didn't stick to these couple of exchanges, but we applied to around 33 exchanges in common. Just a roughly listing, let's say. Yes.
Can we share the list? What do you think? I don't think it's very sensible information. It's...
Let me tell at first, then later on we can share it if you mind. I mean, which exchanges, for example, Binance, Bittrex, Poloniex, Mercatox, KuCoin, Altcoin, Livecoin, Gatecoin, Upbit, EXX, Liquid, Corbit, CoinEx, CoinRail, Right BTC, BTC Markets, Gatecoin, Coinbene, Bbox, IX as well. So as you can, I mean, there's some more. Around 33 exchanges. And from those, we received also several replies where we have been asked to fill in some forms. They have some dedicated application forms. So we filled in almost all the application forms and sent to these respective exchanges. And unfortunately, things are getting a little bit slow. I mean, moving slow on exchange sides. So we have to be patient. The exchanges which we have contacted are roughly in the mid to big size category. So we can also imagine, for example, Binance is getting around 40,000 customer tickets per day. You can imagine the workload on Binance side. And all these are affecting, unfortunately, the coin projects, their replies, responses from the exchanges. So we need a little bit patient more, I think, that we come to a more responsive period with them. This is in commonly. If you want to ask something else, please let me know that I can reply you. I can answer you here. Anything else?
I think you covered it well. I just think that yes, at some point, I guess people just want that what you said right now. You put that on a list and just to put the status and share. I don't know, like an Excel or something. And I think people will be happy with that.
Okay.
If you're fine with it.
Okay.
About exchanges. what is the estimated time?
Oh no, we already answered this question.
Next
Like
exchange?
Next,
we
for the next 6th to 10th March.
Okay. The other one is an exchange roadmap. Exchange roadmap is something of difficult because you apply in general. We apply on several exchange, and then we will see where we can enter, and we cannot make a roadmap, and we will be listed in Binance in the third quarter, for example, because maybe we will be listed in the fourth quarter on this year or the next year. We don't know. So it's difficult to make a roadmap with timeline for exchange.
Okay, let me tell a couple of words here. Especially the big giants like Binance or Bittrex or Poloniex. Usually they don't disclose anything else. If even sometimes they will list you or not. They don't disclose any information. They just watch you. They make the preparations, and you see there the coin is listed and ready for trading for some exchanges. Some others they inform you in advance that they will list you. Sometimes some of them may need some technical assistance during wallet install on their system servers. There we know in basically that there's a preparation for listing, but this is important based on their policies, because all exchanges they are trying to avoid speculations, and that's what we are trying to do as well all the time. We very much care on this one, and they don't want teams, especially the core teams, to share or disclose the preparation phase with the community. In this respect, we also cannot disclose based on these policies and NDA agreements with them. But when they say, okay, you can announce, you can publish it, or if they publish it through their website or their social channels, that we will list, for example, like we did for the next exchange. After they announce it through their website, we announce it by referring to this specific official information announcement. This also shows our honesty and that we are only behind to provide the accurate information to our community. That makes also a difference among us, among the others.
The people ask why Colks published the email of the reply of Cryptopia, and we have received the reply, but we don't publish it.
Yes, we didn't publish it. We don't prefer to publish it. Mails are usually one-to-one messages. Those may be sensitive. Only official announcements are legit and a little bit, let's say, ethical to publish and also share with the community. This is what we care very much. This is to avoid any speculation, because mails are sent from some certain teams to other teams, or from a person to other person. And unless they don't disclose anything else, we cannot, I mean, they don't put there a notice that, yes, you can share. We cannot just disclose it with the community. This is what we care very much.
By the way, there will be an in-between that will come in the next weeks. We had some discussion about transparency between teams. So what we will do, maybe something in between, is that not for all the community, but for people who really work in the team that we are organizing, since they are coordinator will pass on this kind of information, but it will stay within the team, within all the people who work here.
Yes, and for this we have opened an email. We are opening this email for exchanges, and 4 different persons of the team will manage this email that with sensible and reserved information in order to give the correct information to the rest. So will be not only one person or a few people, but a small group of team members will manage this email for the relationship with exchanges in order to be excellent under the profile of the transparency that we are trying to follow to achieve this goal of the transparency. So now we have opened this email for exchanges listing, and a group of people of team will be able to have access and see the information, the reply of the exchange, and everything. Yes, I want to give just this information.
That's all from my side. Do you have any other questions about exchanges?
Let me check here.
Yes, I don't see one big question, like nothing that can be answered on the chat directly.
About exchange, exchange dedicated for Electra and Fiat pairing.
Yes.
This also is I can find.
There's one as well. I mean, I didn't mention it, but they're on the ICO phase. But we got their promise, and we are already listed in their schedule. This is the BACE exchange, which is based in Switzerland. This is a Swiss company, and they will also have, I think, Electra Fiat crosses as well, and they will be, I think, active around September this year, around September to October. That will be similar to the exchange next.
Also, CoinFalcon have trading with Fiat directly.
Yes.
There are various exchanges that can allow us to have a direct market with Fiat currency.
Yes, clear. We can contact them and ask this option if it will be possible, so that our users, our traders and investors can directly trade through Fiat to EACA.
And what other things are here?
I think that's all for the exchanges.
Yes.
Yes, I think that's all. Yes, I think we can switch to the next one.
Okay.
We have a lot of bullet points.
Okay, next is for you, Ivan. What is the estimated time? No, this is we already have. What is there any? Okay, this is.
It's the updates, like the third one. Any updates on?
Yes, it's for you also, and then Thomas Otter.
So actually, about where are we at first? About the UX of the next wallet, the next desktop and mobile wallet. So right now, to be accurate about the mobile wallet, we are trying to create like a really simple, like no design version of the wallet to test a lot of new things that we are trying to implement. So actually, it's I already have started to test it. It's working fine. Once this part is done, it will go to UX and they will finish it. I think they are half the path of the UX on the mobile wallet. So about that, Electra.js, on which the desktop and the mobile wallet is based upon, is, as it was said, about 90% finished. And about the desktop wallets, the desktop team, they are quite advanced too. They are starting to implement Electra.js, so it should go quite fast right now. About the UX, I think they are more in advance too, compared to the mobile wallet. We are closer to the end than the beginning, at least. So we are really on time. We want to be in advance because we will need to have a lot of tests before releasing it. We don't want to just, once it's finished, just release it because it's sensitive, it's a wallet. We are talking about a lot of security matters there. So we need to test it heavily before releasing it to everybody. And we will have a QA team to work on that. About the features now. Yes, exactly, Renat. About the features now, the thing is that we need to be really careful about the features. I know the community and surely many people will want a lot of features, but the thing is that we have priorities in the project, and the mobile wallet and the desktop wallet for now are really focusing on being wallets, doing their job and doing their job really well, and to be accessible for everybody. This is really important, guys. Our goal is not to talk to only crypto fans and crypto enthusiasts. Our goal is to touch your grandmother, your daughter, I don't know, whoever else, to touch people in the middle of Africa. We want that our applications are easy to use for anybody who handles that. So first, if we put too many features there, it won't become easy for them to use it. And secondly, we need to focus our time after that on what's valuable, because the wallets are not valuable by themselves. What is valuable is the merchant campaign, it's the task force, it's all the apps, like the crazy thing that we are preparing about Twitter Universe. This thing is like a killer app to give the ability to anybody in the world to just create an account on Twitter, associate their account, and send ECA to anybody else on the planet on Twitter. This will be a killer app. It's better to focus on things like that than adding a lot of features on the mobile wallet that doesn't bring value to Electra as a community.
Okay.
Now, just another thing, because I saw a B question about the peering USD ECA. We will work, not right now, but later in the year. We will start working maybe with ConfileCon, but we are not sure yet. We will try to work on a way to give the ability to people to pay in ECA with their card. So for example, if you have ECA, you are a merchant, you have a website, you sell stuff on your website, you accept only ECA payment, for example. If somebody doesn't have ECA, doesn't have a wallet, and just have his bank card like everybody else, that's not an issue. They can still pay by card. It will be converted to ECA and the merchant will be paid in ECA. So it opens the ECA payment for everybody. And yes, that's all. About shops, let's wait for the next question. I will talk about the shops when we talk about merchants. So don't worry, I will answer that.
Sorry, about desktop wallet, there is the most important feature inside, that is the auto-update function. With this auto-update function, we can update every month the wallet. We can update several times the wallet without give any sort of issue to the people. So
yes, the auto update will give us the ability to auto fork. Like when we will do a fork, obviously we will announce it, but people have nothing to do. It will just self-update, and everybody will switch to the new fork.
If is fork or for simple update of features of the wallet when we don't have to change the blockchain, but only the interface of the wallet, we can use also the auto update function. Let's go forward.
Renat?
Yes.
Maybe we can disclose a small news about, because this is a related topic with merchants. We announced earlier that we were in talk and discussion with a big major company, around more than 10 billion turnover. Well, the news on their side is that we received another meeting date for, if I'm not wrong, it's the 9th of March. So that will be a second touch to this giant company. Meanwhile, we also had a meeting this week with a smaller company, smaller to this 10 billion, I mean, but quite a good company again. So far, they are considering ECA as positively. Maybe next week there will be another meeting with them as well.
Okay.
So yes, I think we can switch to the next question. The next question is about coordinators.
Okay.
Like, do we have coordinators? And I read again. It's mostly like, do we have a coordinator, and how do we coordinate inside the project? So until now, let's say the truth, the rough truth. The coordinator until now, it was Renat, and almost everything through Renat. So since it's impossible for him and even for all the team to manage things like that, that's why we are starting, as many of you know, we are starting this whole big new organization chart. And so the first thing that is there are coordinators. So each team will have a coordinator. Naturally, generally, it will be the lead of the team, but it's not an obligation. And the role of this coordinator will be to transmit the information with the other team. And kind of above that, it's not really above, but let's say above that, we will have a general coordinator. And actually, it will be Renat. But the difference that we will have with before is that at the moment, Renat is doing coordination for all the teams at the same time, and moreover, he's doing a lot of work by himself. So the idea is that now he will focus on the coordination. We will have like professional teams. We will trust them in their job, and we know they will try their best to do their job, because it's the interest of everybody to do your best to finish your job. So it will really separate the concerns, and we will have a way better flux inside the team, and a way better coordination. And you will see when I will talk about Electra Newsroom, this will be the thing that closes the circle and that will make the link with you. But we will talk about that when the question happens.
Okay. Also, okay, we can also tell that at the moment there are various people that are coordinating things. Okay, I'm just having the overview of the situation, but there are various people that, for example, Aikut, admin here, or Ruru is helping for to manage the developers, and Ivan, you also are coordinating many things. So, but we will structuring everything. Can you share something about this new plan to let the people see? We have something ready to share, or we will wait a few days?
I just shared it. No, sorry, I shared the wrong document. Sorry, guys.
Okay. This is also part. This document is also part of the plan, but it's not the document that you was talking about. I think. Yes, this one. Okay, we can share this. No, it's transparent.
Yes, we can share that with everybody else. It can be public. It's absolutely transparent.
Okay.
We all put names there, so the anonymity of everybody is protected. No worry.
Okay, perfect. So this is a good start. Okay, some people are not hearing, but this Discord is not very functional for the sound connection. I'm discovering this.
Oh, there is one question that we don't want to miss. About the marketing. If you check this document that you can share for real, you can share that on public. It's okay. On this organization chart, you will see that there is a marketing team. There is a digital marketing team, and this team will be quite big actually. So it will be an important team. So we definitely will focus on marketing, and we will have a dedicated team only for that.
J Pantom, that's Electra. Okay, we have also to talk about any plan to revamp official Reddit. This is a question, a good question. Yes, of course. We are not hiding. We are not hiding. Of course, we will upgrade Reddit, but we are doing. We are moving to have priorities, no? And in this moment, for sure, we have most important things that we are managing: the development, the exchanges, the marketing, the structure of Electra. All of those things are very much have the priority on giving more attention to Reddit. But Reddit will enter in the plan, in the marketing plan also. And for example, today we received some accuse on Reddit, no? And we are able to reply to those people because we are really making something of concrete and working on the community. So at the moment there are not very much coin with our same community and with the same participation. Somehow some people are still trying to find some weak point in this project. We will be able to answer to these people. So we will pay more attention to Reddit to reply to the people that are asking for more information or a clarification of. So we will help this also on Reddit. We have also the old Reddit that maybe will be closed because it's not necessary to have two channels on Reddit. So I think we will close the old one and focus the attention on the primary Reddit, trying to have a developer ready to give the answer to the people on Reddit, because there is this thing also that sometimes people ask detailed questions about the development to the mods, but mods are not able to answer. And of course they aren't, because they are not developer. They don't know how to answer. And someone can think that we have no answer for these people, but it's just because there is not. We are a big community, and not every mod can answer about development question. Let's jump to this point about someone asked us about the upgrade that we have introduced on the white paper. I think I see here the questions somewhere. It's leather. Okay, let's talk now about this because it's linked to Reddit. People are asking these questions. 10% staking. Talking about the new white paper update and 10% staking, and what does 30 days stake maximum age means. So I will give to you again the white paper in order to I will post here again. And let's talk about these questions that we received on Reddit, but the developers are not mods on Reddit, and sometimes there are not a quick answer. So let's take this moment for talking about this news that we have introduced in the white paper. First thing is that we have enabled the testnet. So Electra now have a full working testnet. It means testnet is very important because you can make every kind of try on testnet without modify anything on blockchain. So it's very important boost for the development, because testnet will allow you to test several things without do any change and very quickly. Now we have this testnet enabled, and in March we will release a guide for the use of the testnet, and we will publish it on GitHub. This guide will help everyone, in particular the developers and the contributors, to use our testnet. After this, minimum stake age 24 hours. What means that you need 24 hours with the wallet open. Minimum stake age, no, you need 24 hours with the coin in your wallet. Okay, and you can see it when you open the wallet, and it means that the stake starts after 24 hours, because there is a minimum age for the coin that must be on that address for 24 hours.
I think people know that, but I think the big question is more about, but I don't think you have the answer, Renat.
Yes, we have a maximum. Sorry, Ivan, please let me finish the what is the maximum. We are now reading the open paper, and we are following the every point of the open paper. So first, if you are not reading, please open the document. I posted the document on Electra Eka Talk chat, the open paper, and we are reading together the open paper to give explanation to the people about the new features. So I know that the question is about the maximum stake age, 30 days, but we are now the previous point, minimum stake age. I'm explaining how actually works the blockchain. What I'm telling now is because I talk with the developer. You know that we have a meeting the morning with this developer, and together together with admin also and Boy, we have asked to him every detailed thing about this upgrade. So 24 hours means that the coins must mature for 24 hours. This is the minimum stake age. Maximum stake age, what means? 30 days. a lot of people asked to us what is what it means. You know, on your wallet, when you go on the green arrow, it's brought a weight. This is your weight in the network. How this weight is calculated? It's calculated with various factors. One factor is the amount of the coin. Another factor is the stake age. The stake age increase every day, and every moment that you have the coins. The coins are old on an address, and it increase. But right now, we don't have a limit of this stake age. This means that the people that for a long time are holding Electra have a very big stake age, and the people that are new holder cannot reach this stake age. Put this limit on 30 days will help the people that have will help everyone to have more frequent stakes, basically, because the stake age reach a maximum in 30 days. After that, not means that you will receive the stake, but when this number not increase forever, reach a maximum of 30 days. The weight will increase on other factors. So it's an upgrade to help the people to receive more frequent stake and help the people on this side, because we receive several times this kind of questions, why we are not receiving the stake. So it will help a bit this upgrade. Sorry, Ivan, you was talking about this. I interrupt you.
Okay. No, that's okay, because to be sincere, actually, even me, I don't know the real answer about it, because the biggest answer is what happened to people who don't receive reward within the 30 days on a transaction like staking.
No,
if
you don't receive the stake in 30 days, you will receive the day after in 31 days. The maximum stake age not means that after 30 days the weight is resetted. At the contrary, it means that after 30 days the weights don't go increasing more. Basically, it helps.
The big question is, you still receive a reward even if you have a small weight, even if you don't have that many ACA, you will receive the reward, whatever.
This will help, because when you don't have people older people that are holding since a lot of time, when you don't have these people with a very high weight, it will give more possibility to everyone to stake. This upgrade is introduced, is suggested by Boomba, this developer that helped us with the wallet development in the past. He suggested to do this to help everyone to stake. Anyway, we have introduced this update as in suggestion mode, so they are open to be discussed, and we are in talk with other developers to improve more this upgrade. Maybe we can do something of better also. But we don't close the door to improve something. But till now, with the current status of the technology, we can introduce this set of features and help a little bit the people to stake more with this maximum 30 days stake age. In this moment is infinite the stake age, so there is not a limit. And without a stake age limit, it help more the big holders. This is what the developer told me. So I can answer like on this point, but we will have very soon a talk about this, and maybe receiving from from him a text with the old answer. Okay, reward 10% annual halving. Why we introduced 10% instead that 50%? Because we need really very much to increase the value of Electra. How? Reducing the inflation. The inflation, an inflation rate of 50% will not give to us a long-term perspective. If you see all the big coin, the best coin, have a very small interest rate. Dash, all the coins, serious project have a very small interest rate, 5%, 2.5%, 3%, maximum 10%. We decided to put the first year to a higher interest rate, 10%, in order to give 1 year of stake to the people. If we don't introduce this, in very few months, we will reach the maximum limit. And it's not what our plan want, because we want to have a long-term perspective and be a value coin also, not an inflation coin. If you see all the projects that have a high inflation rate are not very serious projects. So we are very happy to switch this project to be a project with a high interest rate, to have a normal and average interest rate like 10%. That in cryptocurrencies market is okay, is a good rate for the first year. The second year will be 5%, halving every year, like Bitcoin. We decided to take the same system of Bitcoin that make the halving every year. This is about the interest rate, and this will help very much in the long term. Will help also the big holder, because in this moment the big holder, yes, are receiving a lot of Electra, but they see the price going down, because a lot of stake every day sold on the market make a very big inflation. Reducing the interest to 10%, that is quite normal, is enough, but is not too much. Reducing this, we will have very much less inflation. And in the meantime, we are with this introducing the 30 days maximum stake age, we will have more frequent stake, but and for more time we will stake. Otherwise, in a few months we will be not coins anymore to stake. Like this, we will go forward for years and years. So after this upgrade, Electra will have a long-term future of years, because to reach 30 billion, we will need several years, because thanks to the halving, will be possible stake for years, for a lot of years, and we will never reach really the maximum coin supply, because there is a reduction of the half every year. Basically, we will go forever forward with this system. So give a very long-term plan to the project. I think this is the most discussed point, is really the most better point that we have made, the most important point. This that seems the most difficult to understand, no? Because it seems that you are having less money, but it's not true, because thanks to this, you will stake for years Electra. And as I told, will increase the price in the long term. So the objective is ensure a long-term perspective to the project and minimize the negative effect of the inflation on Electra value. Basically, minimum stake age. We have talked about this. Block time reduced to 90 seconds. Actually, we have quite fast transaction. Electra is not slow currency because thanks to our network with very much wallet open, we have very fast transaction. But the block time is every 5 minutes. That means that sometimes you must wait more for the confirmation. What we are
something about that, just about the time. This is because this is an important factor. Is that there is a misconception about the confirmation time. Yes, it takes 5 minutes, like about 5 minutes, to get your first confirmation. But there are two aspects on it. There is the real absolute mathematical confirmation. The one like Bitcoin, you need to wait, I think for 6, I don't even remember, but I think for 6 confirmations. On our chain, I think it's about 5 or 4, I don't remember exactly, to have an absolutely confirmed transaction on the network. Nevertheless, accepting a transaction and considering a transaction is absolutely reliable is not really related to that. It's actually related to, I won't talk about that right now because it's really long and like it needs a big explanation about the orphan blocks and the production of orphan blocks and the settlement inside the network and how fast the network is able to communicate from one node to another one and to spread the information around all the nodes that are running the wallet. So to make it simple, in our network, we are already crazy fast about that. This is where we are really strong. In our network, you can see that the pool, when you start a transaction, is almost instantaneous. Like all the wallets are informed in matter of seconds, maximum maybe 5 or 6 seconds, that a transaction has actually been accepted. To be exact, has been spread, and the signature of this transaction is correct. It has been verified by all the wallets. So actually, this is exactly what CoinHouse do. They don't wait for the first confirmation. And why they don't do that? Because they don't have to. If the network is so fast that within 5 seconds, everybody has been able to verify the transaction, you don't have to wait for the first block generation that will handle this transaction to be produced and to be generated. So actually, and this is what we will do with Electra Pay, we have no worry at all about accepting transaction definitively within 5 seconds. There is really no issue about that. We are 100% sure about that. And so this is actually the true speed of our network. I'm not talking about the frequency, but the speed of one transaction is clearly under 5 seconds. And with the masternodes, quicker than that, and maybe reach the 2 seconds, or maybe a little less. So this is the point. Yes, indeed. This is it. No, sexy polypore, exactly. Actually, where we are really strong compared to Bitcoin, for example, is Bitcoin, you need at least one transaction because you are not really sure about the security risk. Because the network is kind of slow, let's be fair about that. Our network is not. This is one of the advantages of the POS and the NIS5 that we chose. They are really, really, really fast. So we don't have the security risks that are related to orphan blocks and double spending and these kind of things that others have. And again, with the masternodes, it will push that even to a better level.
Also, we are decreasing the block time now. Not anymore 5 minutes, but 90 seconds. So 1 minute and a half, you will receive the first confirmation. maximum. This will be the maximum time, the average maximum time. If we can see, we can tell also. So this will give to us very much faster confirmation also, because a lot of people need to see the confirmation because this is this habit about the confirmation. But really, a not confirmed transaction is at all not reversible. It's not possible to avoid this transaction, as you, especially in a very fast network like ours. Anyway, we will reduce the block time, and why not? We decided to increase the block size in order to be more to increase also the transaction per second that we can allow. Double the block time to 2 megabytes in order to have very more transaction per second. So this is basically the updates on the development side. There are another important update for the investors, because we will make a general call for the investors for the day 7 of March. All the Electra investor, the small investor and the big investor, will be invited officially for Electra team to be part of the team, to be part of the community development. And how? The big investors will have directly access to the core team. 10 people will be selected from the investors and will be introduced in the core team. 10 people of the 100 people on the rich list. So we will create a group of investors, and 10 of people will be selected from the investors, not from us, to have relation with the core team and talk together, be introduced inside the organization of Electra, and the community of Electra, to be effectively part of the project, as we have promised in the white paper. So they will not need anymore our news, because they will be inside the team. We will make the same with the small investors. Another group of small investors can select some representative for that will be introduced also in the team of Electra to represent the investors. This is basically the idea. We will go slowly before introducing some elements and then introducing everyone, because the participation is not comes all together. Not all together will come to be part of this project, maybe, but a part will be wait and see how the things goes. We will start with the investors that want to be part of this project, and I mean as investors, every holder. But we will divide two groups, the big and the small investor, just to have a better organization. But the final goal is to have everyone represented in Electra. This is basically the general call for investors for the day 7 March. Yes, Electra core team invites all investors to participate in the development of the project. In March, Electra investors will be able to participate in the decision-making process. We will release a statement and document to invite all our investors. So we will be the community will be made from a core team, a team, a group of Electron mods, admins of the channels, and contributors, developer paid from us, part of the team, and business companies, merchants, and also investors. We will have a lot of figures inside this group, and our constant effort will be involve the people to be part and take responsibility to do things. This is the strategy for growing very much, and do not expect anymore from a few group of people to do everything. But we will enlarge. We are enlarging the team, as you have see today. We are not able to make anymore a call with all the members, but all of those members, the majority of them are really people interested to help and do things. So more we enlarge this group of people, this community, more will be we will create an ecosystem inside with an economy where we can become really easily interesting for outside companies. About white paper, this is the new. These are the next news for the, and we count to introduce this news maximum in 45 days. This is the maximum limit time for apply this development on the chain. Yes, we have this forum now. We are making several projects in the meantime, but this is okay because a number of now we have reached 5,000 people on Telegram and almost 8,000 on Discord. So all of those people needs to be involved. Of course, there are a small group of trollers or people that are not interested, but I really feel that the majority of the people are serious people that run business companies with much professions, also a lot of skills, a set of skills. So will be very possible for us have one of the big. Is reasonable think that we can become one of the biggest team in the cryptocurrency system, because the difference between us is that here really everyone can have a place. It's difficult to manage all the people that are messaging us to that want to do things, but coordinate them is not easy. Yes.
I just want to say an amazing number to say how much really it's crazy. The form that Ultor and Ryu, I think, did to ask for help. I just checked right now the response, and in less than 24 hours, we literally received 100 answers. We have in less than 24 hours, 100 people wanted to help us. So this is absolutely crazy when you think about it.
This one, no? Electra application form.
Yes, I just checked how many answers we have got, and we actually have really 100 full answers right now. This is amazing.
Okay, can we let talk Ultor about this, or Ryu? And yes, I think we can jump on this point of the agenda because we have this on agenda also. I think is the best.
Ultor, you can. Oh, maybe Ryu, your mic works.
Okay, let's wait them. In the meantime, I'm looking for the weekly agenda. I lost here the weekly agenda because there are too many messages.
I think the next one is about Masternodes, if I'm not wrong. I think it's the next question.
Yes, I'm not following anymore the order, but it's okay. Let's talk like this on Masternodes.
But for the Masternodes, it will be quite quick because again, we need to try to be not too long because when it lasts 4 hours, nobody listens to about it anymore. So we started in a rush like a month ago, looking for what we will do about Masternodes. To be fair, we are still on the research step, and because of everything that happened the last weeks, the legal campaign, like the change of stake, the old debates we had, and also all this organization that we are doing, I have to admit that about Masternodes, this is the only project on which we are in late, actually. I'm sincere with you guys, we are in late on that. So we will try to catch up. This is again why we do this organization, so that developers, including me, can focus at some point only on that. And so right now we are really inspired by implementing something similar to Dash, but don't take it as a final decision. It's just an inspiration, and we just look at Dash is doing, and this is really interesting. So this is where we are. So we're trying to find a way to again, like we always do. I try to repeat it a lot. We are not inventors. To be fair, we are not Yota and everything. We don't have the ability right now to research and to create something absolutely new. But we take what's the best in other blockchain in order to achieve what we want to achieve.
But
we will surely mix. We will surely mix different features that we see in multiple ways of managing masternodes and put it together to serve our purpose. So in the end, it will be original.
Yes,
so
this is what I want to say. That it's not true at all that we cannot invent something, because for the idea of we are trying to.
When I mean invent, for sure, I mean research. No, for like real research. We need mathematicians. We need you need some guys that we don't have. Clearly, we don't have cryptograph. It's some really expert that are really seldom. So I'm talking about that for sure. If you're talking about inventing, like innovating, we are innovating. We are not really inventing.
And for example, about masternodes, the idea is to take from Dash the concept, but in the meantime, giving a very democratic. The idea is a very democratic masternodes that almost everyone can run. So will be what we really want, that is pretty unique, is give to everyone the possibility to open a masternode. So will be not a masternode for few people, but thousand. The plan is this thousands of masternodes, and who is more rich? Who is more rich? Sorry a moment. Who is more rich?
Wait, I have to stop you. Renat, I have to stop you. No, for me. Sorry, I'm really sorry. No, about that, be careful about what you advance. Like, we talk about that. Too many masternodes is counterproductive. So, like, guys, let's not worry about that. You can see that we don't agree even right now. This is normal. This is because it's an actual debate. And again, there is a difference between what people want, and we understand that. And we keep that in mind, and what is technological possible. The idea of masternodes is to have a better network, like a faster one. If we trade that and have a lower, a worse network just because of the democracy, it won't work at the end. So again, it's really too soon to say anything about how many masternodes and how it will work, for real. That's why I stopped you, Renat, because actually
the start. No, I will to tell to people that we started this kind of conversation as weekly engineering call. So if we don't discuss between us and we don't talk how to fix problem, making a confrontation of different point of view, this will be not an engineering call, but an announcement call. But this is not really what we need. We need to discuss and find solutions, and this is open for everyone, because you can see how we are working and doing things. So Ivan, yes, but think about that. our network is made from wallet full nodes network now, and it's very fast because there are a lot of full nodes. So maybe yes, the optimal is very few master nodes, very fast.
Not very few, but
I don't think. I know that you get where I want to go, but you don't think that a very many master nodes fast. Yes, they will be not fast as few master nodes, but at last democracy is very important for our vision, and we will be very few slower, very few slower, but more democratic. This is,
I think actually we need to be careful also about the democracy thing, because remember that we don't know yet, and we don't think that we surely need a smart contract blockchain if we want to be able to vote, for example. So about the real democracy in itself, actually we need for the masternodes. I'm not sure this is what we will expect from the masternodes. Like my point is that I really think that the final solution will be close to something in which nothing changed for the normal full nodes, about the rewards, about everything. Nothing changed.
Yes, exactly.
But we will do something else for masternodes.
Exactly. This is the idea.
So this one will be few, but it won't impact the democracy and won't impact the rewards of everybody. This is
about this we have to discuss a little bit because a lot of people are claiming for masternode, and if we make Dash has almost 5,000 of masternode, so are not very few. 5,000 for us will be almost enough.
Actually, 5,000 it's a few because we have actually dozens of thousands of wallet open, so it's a few. It's
okay. I don't think big, but a few thousand of masternodes can give to us a very more powerful network, and I don't think we can make very. I already make a calculation. I don't want to spread this here because people will start to tell, okay, so you have decided. No, masternode are in the third quarter of this year, so we have really a lot of time to implement the best solution as possible, and the most innovative and the most democratic, why not, solution that we can find. Let me check because people are messaging me. I don't know. Okay, about masternodes, we have other information ready.
No, actually, just that. I think I told it all. We were a little late about that, and we will try to catch up as soon as the organization chart and everything is done, so that everybody can.
We have asked to. I can tell that we have asked to various developers, and they have told me that the time required to make a basic masternode is 15-20 days. So we have 6 months right now to release masternodes, and we can really work well to find the best solution.
I agree with that. Yes, we prefer to take time to before releasing that, because this is really sensitive, and we will really don't try not to make any mistake at all, and so it will be discussed during a long time for sure.
Okay, I remember this is a weekly engineering call, so it's normal that we discuss on things. Otherwise, we will change this kind of calls like an announcement. But it's not necessary to have a talk channel for everyone if we make only announcements. So it's very normal that we don't we discuss on things, not disagree, but we are trying to find the best solution. The other things, let me see a moment here. Okay.
Maybe you want me to answer the question about the phone verification?
Yes, there is not other balance, new community management. We don't talk about new community management. Yes.
Actually, the new community management is balanced because, like, again, check the organization chart. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to discuss in depth yet with Renat. We talk about a lot of issues, like almost twice or 3 times a day with Renat. But we didn't have time to talk about the organization in deep yet. But
balance,
the thing is that
you mean the contribution funds? You mean as balance? Because
I think
no, okay.
the rules. No, they are talking about the rules actually, about balancing the roles. And again, I think we answered the question. And if you check the organization chart, you will see that it's quite balanced. And there is a set of rules that are really strict and that follows just 2 basic principles. The first one is that the higher is your role, the less you have influence on democracy. So because it's just fair, you have a higher role, you have more power for the organization. In exchange, you have to trade that for democracy. You can't influence the democracy and at the same time have a big power. This is not normal to have that, and unlike our government do. So this is one thing. And the other thing that is really important is that we try, and this will be a really important thing, we will try to separate, the concept of separation of power. We will try to separate what we do as a team, as one big team of people who work concretely on the project. We will just have some people animating, but in a neutral way, the democratic structure, and to start bootstrapping the democratic structure for the community, like the community at large. And this community will choose to handle the democracy however they want. If they want to create a government, if they want to create, I don't know, a big anarchy, whatever, they do whatever they want. We won't intervene in that. We will just arbiter that. We will just do some arbitration and help them doing that. And that's why actually I'm really focusing on some people that I think would be really good at helping them with that. So the idea is that they will be, at the end, us as worker, as the big team that make things progress, and there will be another thing that will be whatever it is that the community decide to have as democracy instances and maybe elected people and stuff like that. But we try to really separate both because politics is politics and organization is one thing, and we shouldn't touch the democracy part and let the community decide for themselves. And at the same time, we need to work. So we can't just debate all day about philosophy, and this is really interesting, but if we want to work, we can't do both. So this is the idea. So it protects them in the end, and it protects us at the same time.
Okay. Phone verification. Phone verification is somehow required for us because we have a lot of people coming from outside, jumping in and making more difficult the life of the moderator, of everyone, and also of the simple user, because starting maybe to spread news that are not true. So we have to decide to introduce or not the phone verification number. We are going forward without verification, telephone verification. So this is open for discussion, but I don't know if I muted the majority of you, so I don't know how we can discuss it.
Yeah, I think it should be like an open debate. Yes.
Yes. So I will go to unmute everyone and hope that hoping that it will not affect our connection. Electra. No, they already can talk. No, they can talk already.
You want, no, I just wanted to say something, is that at least to finish the list, can we finish the list and put
yes,
debate afterwards? So, but yes,
I agree on this. Talking about new white paper update, we have done this.
So again, for the question about the organization, the governance, it's the same. Again, same answer. The governance will be in a way shared. There is, for our part, there is the organization chart that everybody can see and share. So this is one thing. And we are not really doing the governance. We are just doing some arbitration. We won't intervene. The governance, the community will decide it for themselves. If they want to create a foundation and stuff like that, it will be their job to do that. Because again, it's about democracy. And so they will have their democratic power in their hands, and we will just ensure that nothing goes south. Like, of course, if the things that the community is trying to build goes south and goes to the wrong direction, and we have some issues with that, we will do some strong arbitration to calm down stuff. But if it works well, and I think it will actually, we will let go. There is no issue about that. So about the democratic governance, it's the community that will implement by themselves through voting and suggesting whatever they want to do. And for us, we will just do our job. And again, we have a roadmap, and we will follow this roadmap and even implement stuff that are not on the roadmap, but that can only bring more interesting stuff to the roadmap.
Okay.
So it's kind of a shared governance. Yes, we were deciding about what is done, but as a big team, and the community is deciding about how they should be governed separately. So that's all.
Okay. See, yes, basically the vision is to expand the community as much as possible, create an ecosystem within. A lot of people can create initiatives and run business also with Electra, and will be a distributed governance, not really concentrated in few hands. This is basically the vision. Is everything on roadmap? On track? No, because the new update are still not on a roadmap, and when we will decide, we will finalize the decision about the new update. We will update also the roadmap on website.
I think when they say on track, it's like if we are in late or not. Actually, like you noticed. I don't want to cut you. Obviously, we will update it was a good point to do. We will update the roadmap, but actually there is. We are on time for everything that we promised for Q2. Like I said, there is only the Masternodes that actually we need to catch up a little, but that's all. Yeah.
Electra newsroom. Can you give us some information about?
So, yeah, sure. So Electra newsroom is really simple. The idea is we want a format that will help everybody to get all the information and updates they need in one video. And so we will do a weekly video. The specificity of Electra newsroom is that we really want it to be professional, like seriously. This is why we have like a professional team, and we are trying to really create kind of a professional team around that. And there will be a presenter that will be front camera, and we will want to have something really serious. For sure, it won't be CNBC, but at least it will be something serious and professional. The idea is really to have something that at least differentiates us in terms of image. And generally, blockchains, they have kind of dirty videos, and we would like to kind of, yes, maybe do a little more impression by having a really professional video and something really serious.
Okay. Electra newsroom. Merchants. About merchants, you have some updates also.
Yes, about merchants. I know I kind of dropped that in the document this week because many people discovered that as they discovered the Twitter thing too. And so the merchant, it's simple. There are two big steps. The first steps that will happen normally at the start of Q3 is that we will have everything about Electra Pay ready. Which means that anybody who has, I don't know, whatever, WordPress or Magento or any e-commerce website on a common CMS will be able to integrate the payment in ECA in just a few clicks. It will be really easy. We will really focus on that. So this is the first step. This step is not enough by itself. Where our strategy is incredibly strong compared to all the blockchain, like really I take all the other blockchain, is that we will have a sales task force, and people who will sell there. It's a source ID actually. The people who will sell to merchants our payment system, they will touch for their entire life 0.5% or something like that of all the transaction in ECA. So even if ECA at first is not that big of a value right now, think about that. You sell it to a merchant. At first, maybe you won't win much. But imagine that on 40 years. So there it starts to become interesting. This is the big strength. So we will use the strength of our incredibly big community and willing community to have a power to actually touch literally tens of thousands and maybe hundreds of thousands of merchants in a matter of months. I really think it's possible.
And receive a payment for this. A payment.
Yes, you are paid actually. Yes, you actually, yes. With the people who will sell that, they will have like, it's really a referral program like Binance. You know, it's just a referral program. Like you implemented that for a merchant, and you will touch automatically a certain amount of each transaction. And I'm not talking about yes, it's the whole transaction. We are not talking about rewards or stuff like that. Like really the full transactions. So actually, it can be quite a big amount if you are able to sell that to a big company or a big commerce. So I think it will be a strong incentive within our community, and even think about it further than that. Imagine how many unemployed people you have in the world. So there are many people who will be happy to do that, especially in poor countries and in many places like that. So I think it will be a strong point, and we will catch up with the fact that most blockchain today, they are just proud to have like 100 or 1,000 companies that use their blockchain. We will have millions of companies that will use our blockchain for real.
What?
So this is what? Sorry?
No, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
When you finish, yes.
No, I was just talking about the second step. This part is for the web only. This is the first part. The second part, actually, it's not on the roadmap and it's not even in the paper, but I will just tell you that we work on it. Actually, we are working on real devices. We are trying to find a way, but now it's not our focus. It will be our focus in Q4 to find a way to have a really easy payments for merchants. Let me just explain you something quick. Actually, merchants who accept Bitcoins or Ethereum or some other coins, they have a big issue that you may never have heard of. It's that when you're a merchant, you have a business, you have accounting, and you have ticketing. And actually, there are thousands of different software to manage ticketing and accounting. And today, there is almost no link between that. So actually, when somebody pays you in Bitcoin, you have to transfer that yourself manually in accounting and create a ticket manually or more or less manually. It's a big mess. So actually, we will kill the market like that. We will create, this is actually my specialty, though, so this part I know well. We will actually create an integrated system that works with the API of most of the biggest software that merchants use. So actually, when they will install a device and you pay with it, in ECA, it will be automatic for the merchant. It will automatically generate the ticket and be referenced in his account. So this is also a big thing. But we are just working on it right now. So we will have to wait for Q4 before seeing some real stuff like that.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. And if you add and imagine that if you add upon that you can pay with your card still, like if you have a partnership with an exchange, we can pay by card. So at the end for merchants in 2019, they will be able to get rid of all their payments. They can take only ECA, and people can pay whether with their card or in ECA directly. So this is the goal. This is the final goal for 2019.
Okay. In the meantime, member application for members. It's very important for us increase member and let every member trusted every good person give a role in this organization and give the possibility to bring to us new ideas and doing things. We have closed in the first moment the old system of application that was very open, but we received also a lot of we cannot.
I don't know if Ultor, you still don't have the microphone or.
And yes, we need to wait Ultor or Ryu to talk about this. Ryu, can you tell something about member application? How it can works? How works the member application?
I think Ryu can't talk either, but it's okay. Ultra will be talking in the chat, so just write it down, Hydra, and I will just talk what you're. I will just speak out loud what you're writing. Okay, Ultra? So just write it down, and I will tell it.
Okay, we will explain better to the people this. Maybe we will make a document. The forums.
Okay. Yes, this is an important point actually. So they are saying that actually first the advantage of the chart is that we can have real analytics about what we're doing. We can do some pie charts, graphs, and understand who we have inside the community. So it can get it can help us to understand who is more kind of attracted by us right now, maybe to find other ways to attract other kind of people. So this is the first goal of it, about the member application. And also, obviously, as you may have understood, the member application is there to find people who want to contribute to the project. And so this is a really important matter, because for sure we need to grow our team.
Okay, we are in free talk phase.